Joy, fear, wonder, emotion, the ability to feel strongly about something, is a core part of what makes us human. Emotion is also an important tool in a game designer's toolkit. Emotion can allow game designers to tell a story beyond spoken or written words. It can give players just the kind of motivation they need to push through a difficult challenge or make the decision that feels right to them in a tense moment. Some of the greatest moments in video game history are moments that pull on the player's emotions in a way that sticks with them forever. Emotion can be drawn out by video games in many ways. Some games do this through stunning visuals, other games through their music and sound effects. However, the best moments are when all these elements come together. A specific moment I would like to showcase is in Ori and the Blind Forest, where, after purifying the element of water in the Jinzo tree, you are immediately thrust into a vertical escape section. In most games, doing something as big an objective as purifying the water of the entire world would be a point in time where the game would give the player some respite to revel in their victory. In Ori, however, the player's time to celebrate is brief, as the music immediately begins to ramp up again, and water starts bursting through the background and flooding the tree. As the player climbs the inside of the tree away from the rushing water, the music is simultaneously tense and empowering. As the thorny and formerly corrupted scenery breaks apart around them, the player feels stressed yet triumphant. Like your first place in a race, but second place is right behind you. Like your job here is done, but you have yet more to do. Upon reaching the top of the tree, you once again get a moment to breathe, and a moment to admire your work as you see the fresh water flowing from the tree, and the music slows down to a calming and graceful melody. This moment too, however, is temporary. As lightning strikes, the music swells once more as the game's main antagonist, Kuro, appears. With a few mighty steps, Kuro approaches Ori and stares him down, bringing fear into both Ori and the player. Ori runs away, and Kuro knocks him off the tree to plummet towards the ground below. As Ori falls, flapping in the wind and yet motionless at the same time, Kuro follows. In this dire situation, the music does something interesting. It tenses up as expected of a scene such as this, but the leading piano begins to play the game's primary motif as Kuro approaches, running counter to the fear the scene has been building, and giving the player hope in a time where all seems lost. Utilizing emotion is not limited to single-player games with an expansive story, however. Just as games like Ori and the Blind Forest, God of War, and Dead Space use emotion to enhance their story, multiplayer games like Payday 2 and Dead by Daylight each use various aspects to influence the player's emotions and enhance the feel of their games. Dead by Daylight, with its terror radius system, where the closer the killer is to you, the greater you can hear your own heartbeat over everything else, acting as both a gameplay mechanic, letting you know when the killer is near, but also to instill a sense of fear into the player. Or how in Payday 2, every track that can play while on a heist has 3 distinct segments. The quiet segment, used when you have yet to be spotted, what I call the pre-assault section, where you have been spotted, but the authorities are still scrambling to get forces to your location. In the loud section, where the beat of the song drops as to does the full force of the law on your masked heads. Games are a fantastic medium of media in terms of storytelling and feel due to their unique ability to utilize the player's emotions, as while movies or books can try to convey emotion through visuals or words, games have the capability to take emotions a step further as, if done correctly, the connection between the game world and the player can become deeper and easier to manipulate due to the direct actionability players have in a game compared to the more passive viewing of a watcher to a movie or a reader to a book.